it's Jasmine. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are having a happy holidays, whatever it is that you choose to celebrate and observe. You know, I hope that you're having a good holiday, and I hope that you know that you're loved and that you're celebrated, and that, you know, this is a wonderful time of year to just rejoice and just celebrate whatever it is that, you know, you hold sacred this time of year. I am on my way over to our part 2 holiday shindig, and I have some family coming in from out of town, so I'm gonna see them, so that'll be really nice. But, you know, I was kind of thinking about this a little bit yesterday, based on some stuff I've seen on some forums and some conversations that we've had in the coven. And the topic is essentially, you know, being a witch, being pagan during the holidays, and kind of what that looks like. And there are so many videos like already on YouTube about, you know, the Wheel of the Year and Yule and, you know, various other pagan traditions and customs in the month of December. Because let's not forget, there's so much more than just Yule, right, that has pagan origins. And whatever you choose to celebrate, even if it's just the winter solstice, I think that a lot of us kind of experience themes of hope and renewal and kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel, you know, as we are passing through the darkest time of the year. So whatever you choose to call that, or whatever gods or not working with gods you choose to observe or not observe, you know, that's valid. And I think that, you know, I've seen a lot of pagans who, you know, their family might not necessarily be observing the same faith-based holidays that they are, and kind of the trials and tribulations and things that goes along with that, and kind of how to get through that and how to work with that. And I think that, at least here in the States, for the most part, in my opinion, I think that Christmas is very much a commercial, secular holiday. And for some people, it is religious, but I think for, I would say, the mass amount of Americans, it's very much a commercial-based holiday. And some people love that and some people don't, but that's not really the point of this video. The point is, you know, when people say Merry Christmas, or when people say remember the reason for the season, or Jesus is the reason for the season, or you know, you get roped into setting up a nativity set with your family, or just whatever, you know, I think that for a lot of pagans, sometimes it can be difficult, you know, sticking true to your faith, or sticking true to your observance of whatever divinity might look like for you, while observing this holiday that, you know, has some Christian connotations. Now, I definitely think that there are a lot of very pagan undertones to this holiday, and let's not forget that. And there are ways that, you know, we can kind of pick those out and celebrate those. However, I know it can be challenging, especially when, you know, maybe our families don't necessarily share the same opinions, or even possibly respect, or I know that some of you might not even be totally out of the broom closet with your loved ones and your families. And so I just really wanted to let you know that, like, you know, you are completely valid, and your faith is valid, and your beliefs are valid, and you don't necessarily have to, you know, correct everyone that you are not X, right? You can just enjoy and relax as best you can, you know. And there's a lot of people too, especially this year, who were not able to see our families because of various circumstances, or maybe our families are not best for us and they're damaging. And I want you to know that you are so valid as well, and that, you know, for whatever reason, if you're not able to get together with your family, or you don't want to get together with your family, you are valid. You are 100% valid. And your beliefs are valid. And I hope that, you know, whatever you choose to celebrate, you're able to find your own idea of what is sacred about this time of year, because we're allowed to have different interpretations. Even amongst witches, I feel like we're allowed to have different interpretations. Also, as pagans, we're allowed to have different interpretations. Not every pagan has to celebrate winter solstice the same way as the next pagan, you know, and I would encourage you to really get to know this time of year on a personal level. It's wonderful, I think, to research and learn about various different occult or pagan customs around this time of year. But what does this time of year really mean to you? You know, how do you feel about this time of year? What emotions or feelings kind of come up as we pass through this time of year? Does anything stand out to you that's noteworthy? You know, I mean, I feel like for me, it's so important to be able to kind of cycle through that wheel of the year kind of notion and, you know, cycle through the cycles as the earth cycles through. Because these cycles, I feel like, also very much represent internal cycles that we go through as human beings on this planet. And really just getting in touch with that energy, I think, is very sacred for me personally. And the winter solstice, you know, there are things I grew up with that don't necessarily align with my faith now, but yet I still completely enjoy. Like, I really enjoy a lot of Christmas songs, and they don't necessarily line up per se with my chosen faith. However, I'm still going to sing those songs, and I'm still going to karaoke those songs and sing along with my family and have a good time, because to me, that's what it's about for me. It's not necessarily about believing that Jesus is the reason for the season per se. It's about celebrating and rejoicing and bringing some form of light to a very dark time of year. That's what it is about for me. So when I'm singing, you know, pentatonics or whatever, it's not necessarily a literal push that, you know, that's what I believe in. It's more just I grew up with some of these carols and songs, and it's nostalgic for me, and it brings me happiness. And as a witch, I think sometimes we feel like we can't do certain things. Like we can't enjoy a Christmas carol, or we can't enjoy, you know, things that are very Christian, because we try to distance ourselves sometimes from these Abrahamic notions. And, you know, I think that's okay, but I also think that, like, you're allowed to enjoy things, and you're allowed to just enjoy things and just let them be, you know, and you don't necessarily have to believe in that in order to still appreciate it and just have fun, you know, and just enjoy yourself. So, yeah, this is just kind of going to be a quick little car vlog rant, but I really I wanted to make a little video, and this will be on my Patreon first, and then, you know, probably later to YouTube, I assume. But I just wanted to come on here and let all of you know that, like, you know, I'm thinking of you, and I know that this holiday season is very different this year, and I know that a lot of us are really struggling, and I think that, you know, that's definitely been echoed. Like, we all have our own challenges this year with COVID, or financially, or, you know, even it's just a stressful time of year in general. You know, people feeling like they have to, you know, slit their wrist open with a credit card to show their family that they love them. Like, just all sorts of constraints in general are around this time of year, even without COVID. So, you know, I just wanted to come on here and just kind of talk and touch on that, and also touch on, you know, being a witch around this time of year, and being a pagan around this time of year, and maybe having family that don't necessarily observe the same holidays as you or customs as you, but that's okay, and that they don't have to, and that you don't have to share that with them, and that it doesn't necessarily diminish your faith or your beliefs or your practices. So yeah, I just want to wish you all a happy, joyous, wonderful, and peaceful holiday season, whatever it is that you celebrate. And I love you all very much. Bye-bye. You guys, you are literally in my kitchen cabinet right now.
And this is a super weird, like awkward filming angle, but I have to show you guys this. I am ridiculously excited about this purchase that I made. You know, I enjoy a good glass of wine from time to time, okay? And this is the like $2 chuck, essentially the Winking Owl Sweet Red from Aldi's. And, you know, I tend to keep a couple of these just on hand in the mini fridge in the witchy room, mostly at all times. Whether I'm going to, you know, share a bottle with a couple of friends or if I'm going to leave it as an offering, whatever. But one of the annoying things for me, and maybe this is just me being really ridiculous and extra and spoiled, but like getting these wine bottles open with a wine opener, especially when you have nails. I don't know if anyone else has this problem or not, but it's annoying. And my sister recently got an electric wine opener, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. And so I just ordered this from Amazon. I have not tried this yet, but I figured we could kind of like try this together and explore this together and see how this goes. So this is the Oster brand. I want to say this was only like $16, but seriously, I'm filming. Thank you. Seriously, this was only like 16 bucks, but I feel like if this really works, I'm going to feel so bougie. So, okay. It has like a button here that like goes down and then a button here that like makes it go up. So I think you just place it over it. Oh gosh, guys, I'm kind of nervous. Okay. Let's try it. Oh my gosh. It spins. You guys. Okay. Okay, I hope I didn't do this wrong. Oh. Okay. Well, I kind of made progress. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm the worst at this. Okay, we screw it in there. And then do we just... I thought you just pull the button up. Okay. Well, I'm not really sure how well this has worked, but I feel like maybe I can get this. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Okay. I don't know how well this really worked or if I'm even doing this correctly. So yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about this. But we did get the bottle open. Okay, so let's get us a glass. Oh. It shouldn't be that hard. Let me know if you have one of these or like how this is supposed to be used. I probably should have read the instructions first, but I did not. So yeah, I guess I'll go put this back on the charger.